What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Miko back on the Controversial Calls podcast. Might change the name, I don't know. But today, the NFL has had a lot of breaking news. We're going to start off first. Um, you know, Teams have to cut their rosters down to 53 men by tomorrow, I believe, 4 o'clock Eastern. So my time, 3 o'clock. So a lot of teams are going through that right now, but that's besides the point. I want to talk about the trio of events that just occurred. Now, I'm gonna go in the events that they came to my phone. My phone. The first one being Terry McLaurin. He, Terry McLaurin, has signed an extension with the Washington Commanders, a 3-year deal worth up to $96 million. I give my hand to him and Buddy Baker, especially Buddy Baker, because as a Commanders fan and a lot of NFL fans, a lot of analysts, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of journalists, we all, majority of us thought Buddy Baker was messing Terry up as far as his financial situation. We all view this as a situation where Terry is worth around 28 to 31 mil, 28 to like 30 mil. We're like, that's good money. This can't be Terry talking. You know, Buddy Baker is trying to get a huge financial gain to either put his name out there or, yeah, pretty much just to get his name out there and also eat off the contract Terry is going to get. So throughout the process, you know, we've been looking at Terry and his side crazy. We've been looking at Buddy Baker crazy, and we're like, Adam Peters isn't going for this because when we first hear the reports that Terry wanted initially DK money or more, it makes sense. But when you put it in the grand scheme of things, DK is being paid as the fourth best receiver in the league. The only three ahead of him is Jamar, Justin Jefferson, and CeeDee Lamb. You telling me DK deserves to be up there with those guys? He's nowhere near that tier. He's not. That's upper echelon. DK does not deserve to be in that tier. So when you hear that, you want to tell Terry he's right, but at the same time, is Terry the fourth best receiver in the league? Like, watching him over his career, the consistency has been big, you know. But him wanting to be paid as a top 4, top 5 receiver, yet never eclipsing 1,200 yards receiving, and before last season, never hitting double digit touchdowns, it was kind of mind boggling. But, you know, Adam Peters and the Commanders, they had a standoff with Terry for the whole summer and pretty much going into the season. But now both sides have met eye to eye, and they came to that agreement. I was rejoiced. I got tired of looking at ESPN notifications on my phone, and it's telling me about this, that, and the third, telling me who won the golf tournament. I didn't want to hear that. I just wanted to see the Terry McLaurin news. So they finally came to an agreement, and the numbers look good. So if we can talk about his overall contract, like including this year, it's overall a 4-year, $120 million deal, including this year. Now the extension is 3-year, 96 mil, but overall it's a 4-year, 120 mil. I believe this year is fully guaranteed, and then also I think he's getting paid fully guaranteed 17 mil this year, somewhere around that ballpark. And then in the new contract extension, it's 30 mil of his money is like a signing bonus. So if you do the math, 96 mil minus 30 mil, that's 66 mil over 3 years. So I don't know. We'll have to see when the numbers come out how that looks. But overall, I'm excited. Um, I'm glad this is finally over. It was a big talk over the NFL as a whole, over the whole summer. It was like a huge saga, with Terry coming to camp during June, and then he left mid camp, and then didn't come back, and then the standoff kind of started then, where he didn't come, and then over the past couple weeks now, from the past couple days, he's apparently had an ankle injury. He's had an ankle injury, so He's had to be with the trainers on the side field nursing that ankle injury. That I'm pretty sure the money is healed up now. And then now him not coming to the Bengals game, the preseason game, and then him popping up at the Ravens game, and the tracksuit sitting down by himself, looking sad, you know. And now to where we're at 2 days later, it's just I'm glad it's over. Enough about Terry McLaurin. More big news. Trey Hendrickson, the standout Bengals star pass rusher, aka the NFL's reigning sack leader. Big payday. Not big payday. You will call it a big payday. He goes from getting 16 mil this year to 30 mil. $30 million from 16 mil, a $14 million jump as far as how much he's getting paid this year. Now, the thing that kind of not concerns me, but interests me is the fact that even after this year, he'll still be an unrestricted free agent. So the Bengals are basically saying, look, we giving you the money you want for this year. Go ball out. Go show us you worth 30 mil. So I'm interested what happens if, let's say, midway through the season, he's at like, what's realistic, 8.5, 9 sacks. He's had 17 the past 2 years, 17 and a half the past 2 years. So 35 combined, 34 to 35 sacks between the past two seasons combined. So I'm interested to see like what happens then. Does Trey even want to come back? Does he want to come back? Because at that point, I've done it again, or I'm in the process of doing it again. Y'all didn't want to. They wanted to pay him. Apparently, it was the guarantees, but still, he could view that as like, y'all don't think I'm worth this money. Pretty much, y'all are willing to give me the annual I'm looking for, but y'all not willing to guarantee me because of my age. So we'll see how that goes. I'm happy that ended too. I guess the Bengals was like, you know, Terry got his contract. We might as well end the one with Trey Hendrickson. Hey, I guess they both get their spotlight today. But I think it's a good. I think it's good for both sides. But as a Bengals fan, that's your only piece on defense, pretty much. You have decent pieces like Cam Taylor Britt. It's like it's nothing to brag about Logan Wilson, but yeah, that's your guy, Trey Hendrickson. But that's your guy. So it makes me wonder, like, does he feel respected? And if he does repeat the same thing he's did the previous two seasons, I wonder what that comes out to. Because there is no franchise tagging him. He's unrestricted. He's an unrestricted free agent. What I don't know if they can franchise that. I don't think so. He's gonna be able to hit the open market. If he wants to leave Cincinnati, he's more than welcome. They can't match or nothing, you know. So we'll see how that goes. But the third thing, the Raiders have agreed to terms with not Geno Smith, Amari Cooper. Let me see if I can find. I don't know if the contract details are out because he just got signed. But um, the Raiders are really trying to get all the tools and weapons they can get for Geno Smith. Um, you know, Jacoby Myers. Apparently, he requested a trade. Jacoby Myers did. Either way, I'm gonna talk about who's on their roster now. Jacoby Myers, Amari Cooper now, Ashton Genty, Trey Tucker, Michael Meyer, and Brock Bowers. And you know, man, they really are trying to get Geno all the tools he can get to be successful this year. But yeah, I see now Jacoby Myers apparently requested a trade. So we'll see where that goes. That's just more drama. When you think the drama ends, it has just begun. I promise you, the NFL is filled with drama. But I believe that's a good deal for both sides. It's a 1 year deal. It probably doesn't cost much. If I had to guess, it's probably a 1 year, probably like $6 to $8 million deal. Probably could get up to like 10 or 12. Like I said, I think it's good for both. Coop has been sent out in free agency. He's not the same Coop, but trust me, he'll still route up your favorite DB. He'll still go out there and put the moves on him. He might pop out, have a vintage Coop game back with the Raiders. But yeah, they're trying to get Geno all the help he can get. Rightfully so. He's in a new system. He's playing for his old coach, Pete Carroll, but we all know Pete Carroll's a defensive-minded guy. So, but yeah, they got him. we throw the term generational around a lot. Generational running back in Ashton Genty, a generational tight end in Brock Bowers. We'll see what happens with Jacoby Myers, uh, and also Michael Meyer. And Trey Tucker. I like Trey Tucker in the slot. He's going nice, shifty, small, hard to tackle. Trey Tucker is going to be something to watch out for also. But that's about it for me today. I just wanted to report the big news, obviously, and just spread my thought process on it. Like I said, if you like the videos, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Because, like I said, I'm trying to grow as a journalist. If you have any criticisms, leave them down below. I'm in my college apartment, so the background and whatnot, I have to work with what I got. I'll try to add on to it, try to make it a bit better using the lamp above me. But I just want to come on here and spread my NFL thoughts, spread my thoughts and how I think and whatnot. And yeah, so those are the three big moves today. The three that have rung on my phone. So if anything else happens, I'll come back. I'll inform y'all. I'll let y'all know. But until then, I'll see y'all the next time.